Hey, howdy, how's it going? You're probably seeing Fortnite for like the 4th time on my channel and you're like, okay man, you're a Fortnite channel. No, this is just what I've been having fun with playing to a degree. This game can eat my ass sometimes. Holy shit, there's 1.2 million people playing right now. So, as you know, I've been posting videos, surprise, surprise, and videos have been doing pretty well. I honestly I've been having a great time with it because, you know, you guys just like watching, and that, you know, it doesn't inspire me, but it makes me, I mean, I appreciate it. I feel very appreciative, and it makes me want to make more videos because I'm like, damn, so there's people watching, so I like the idea of entertaining. Yeah, but so this is a type of video that I would typically make, or my idea of what I would make for when I have memberships really going. You know, people are actually like a member. Because why would I post stuff in the members page if no one's gonna even consider joining it or whatever? You know, I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like one of the reasons, in my opinion, one of the reasons why I've been playing Fortnite so much lately is especially because it's the OG map. And the OG map is truly a good map. And if we're able to have rotations with this map, I wouldn't mind players being good at understanding this map. I just like variety. So, you know, I'd take this and also a new map, but I wouldn't take just the new map. I want this map especially. So it's just me, myself, and I for this video. And if that's something that bothers you, then I apologize. Obviously, you don't have to watch. Listen, man, I'm just making this video just to make this video. That's how I feel right now. And me playing, and while, you know, it's Fortnite, you know, you don't need to care about Fortnite at all. It's pretty much just, you know, it's a one-on-one. Except I don't know you, except I know you. You know me, so we know each other. But not like that. No, but I wanted to make this video as like, obviously a test video for, you know, memberships and what you would kind of see in that. And on the side, I guess at the same time, a video of trying to check in with the community that I'm slowly building and just kind of let you know where my head's at with all of it. Because in my opinion, I don't really like the idea of growing really, really quickly. It's something that sounds a lot easier said than done. It's also something that, you know, once it happens, it's kind of just happening and you can't really do anything about it. And it's a lot to take in. I guess in a way to compare it, kind of similar to the way that, you know, I Show Speed and people like that go from having very low following to then like just skyrocketing. You know, no hate to anyone. You know, when they get there, but a lot of people who do that really fast and end up somehow doing it really fast, they don't know how to handle it. And, you know, that's understandable because it's something that is very new to everyone, especially when it comes to the internet. Oh, Frosty Flights is gone again. Oh, look at that. Yeah, but it's been nice lately, especially because having, you know, it doesn't matter if it was 1,000, 1,200, or it was 800. Getting to 1,000 is especially one thing because, you know, that kind of shows that like I can hit a milestone, and I did really like that. I like being able to make videos for people that are watching, and I like the idea of growing a community of people who actually enjoy seeing my videos. The one thing that I don't want to ever happen for stuff that I make is that people are only watching it because it's of the specific content of the video, if that makes sense. Like, it's the game. Now, one thing that I wouldn't mind is if people like watching me specifically for a game, because that's how some people get to the places that they're at. Good prime example, I'd say, is Ninja. Ninja's been in that position before where, you know, people want to see him play Fortnite. And then he's kind of back in that position again, which is kind of funny. But, you know, it's something where he's been doing it long enough so that it's not really in his head. The sudden rise is something that wasn't exactly exponential. More or less it was linear for him for a while, and then he just popped off with that game. That's not a bad thing. And I don't ever want to do any of those videos where it's kind of like that, trying to push for those 5 seconds of fame, of basically making it so that someone like I become famous off of one clip that is forgotten very quickly. I feel like there are a lot of people, especially when it comes to the internet, who, you know, want to stay relevant. I Show Speed, where you're kind of doing things a lot of the time not because you want to, but because it kind of calls for it, or there's like a PR team that, you know, pushes for it. And that's something that I don't feel like really suits me. And it may suit other people, you know, it may work, and there's a difference between it works and like ethical, you know, certain things like that. And it's like, let's be honest, like at the end of the day, why not just do you? I know I'm calling back to the same few people, but Ninja, for a while, I remember, wouldn't really stream Fortnite that long because it wasn't really that fun, but he knew that it pulled in numbers, so he would play it for a good couple hours, and then he would be like, alright, I'm playing something else, guys, and he would play like League of Legends and stuff. Now, that's what he wanted to play. and that was just him, and he was just talking to the stream or talking to the chat and stuff like that. And that's something where it's like people should strive for that attitude and mentality instead of trying to just do everything all at once. For me, I will, like, randomly sometimes I will get that like sort of panic attack feeling of like, am I missing out on something? Am I not capitalizing on something that I should be? You know, certain things along those lines where I just am scared. No, but for me, a good example comparing it to me is that I'm playing Fortnite right now. Everyone's playing Fortnite. Everyone's making clips on Fortnite. Everyone is watching Fortnite. It's not like people want to exactly watch me play Fortnite. I know that, but I'm playing it because I want to. One thing as well is that people will watch a lot more of my Payday 3 related content. Now, acknowledging that isn't a bad thing. I don't think it is, at least, and if it is, then fuck. But people, at least what I can tell is that for, you know, Payday 3 related content, it's sort of like, it's a niche in a way. There's only smaller streamers and content creators like myself, much bigger than me, obviously, but, you know, other content creators that are making content on it, because most of the time, big streamers don't really play that game. It's a very niche sort of game. It's really weird because it had this weird like hype build around it. I feel like there was a lot of people making videos on Payday 3 when it first came out, and then they just all left because they didn't care about the game. They didn't actually enjoy it. A lot of people especially were making videos on it because they were getting paid. It was like a promo, whatever you would call it, sponsor deal. You know, I don't think that's particularly a bad thing. Obviously, get that bag, sis. I feel like, you know, accepting a sponsor for a game that's Payday 3 isn't as bad as accepting a deal for something that is very unhealthy for the people that you're trying to get people to pay for it, if that makes sense, like an energy drink or something like that. It honestly doesn't make sense why energy drinks are given to people who are sitting down at their desk all day. That seems very half-assed backwards. It seems like it should be something where, you know, energy drinks should be given to the people who are, like, you know, up all the time, they're doing a lot of stuff, not moving their hands. It's actually, I feel like it's more unhealthy to have an energy drink if you're just sitting 24/7. Now, I don't know if people like this exact sort of content or type of style. I did do a poll, and I did acknowledge that poll in a video. Wow, these guys are going at it. This is insane. I'm gonna run up on this, but, you know, whatever. No, but making content, you know, it's something that I have a lot of fun doing. There are a lot of times where, you know, it's not exactly the greatest thing, you know, in comparison to other things I could be doing. If, like, as a hobby, if I could be making money from it, you know, stuff like that, you know, you always have to consider that. For the people who are like, oh my god, like for Mr. Beast as an example, it's like, oh my god, he's doing this, and then he's like getting money for that. It's like the money he just spent is the money he's getting from making it. Obviously, it's a little bit different for other people, but then, you know, children, content creators are kind of a lot of kids, like, for example, like Laserbeam, he's not doing anything bad. But the kids don't understand that, yes, he is making money. I believe Laserbeam did explain at one point that, like, he's been demonetized so many times that he actually isn't making as much money as other people around him, but he's still making money. But it's just like, yeah, like, that's a thing. Like, you know, when you view someone's video and you don't have, like, ad blocker or anything, you're giving them a view, you're giving them a click, you're, you know, whatever. If you watch the whole thing, retention. I don't exactly know how to put my finger on it, but, you know, you're making them money. That's not, I don't think it's a bad thing. I have no issue with that. I don't think anyone should have a problem with that. I think that's pretty much just the way it goes when it comes to doing YouTube videos. Like, you know, everyone's been making money off of you viewing their channel and tons of videos. You know, formats have changed on YouTube quite a lot of times. Obviously, I wasn't doing YouTube during most of it, but I can recognize it that it was happening. As an example, you know, there's people like CNanners. Yeah, CNanners, people like that, you know, there was a time where you would make a video that was 3 minutes long because it made more money, or, you know, there's so much that was happening. There was a time where, you know, streaming was fucking amazing because all you had to do was stream and then turn that stream into a VOD. By VOD, you basically implying that you didn't edit it or anything. It's just raw footage of the stream, which isn't bad unless you're just reacting to shit 24/7. React content's also really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, if you want my opinion on React content isn't that good, especially if it's, you know, not. The fuck was that? Especially if it's not transformative, like, at all. I think there's a difference between React content with, you know, editing and your own takes on a lot of things that you're saying, you know, stuff like that. I don't think that's bad. But when it comes to, you know, XQC level, like React content, you're not really doing that much. Especially, dude, SS Sniper Wolf, that's even worse. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's even worse. One thing that you may see over time is that I won't be playing games that are multiplayer. The only reason I'm playing this is because I really want to challenge. I want that feeling of like I'm actually having to fight people that are way too fucking good in comparison. But yeah, there's probably gonna come a time where, you know, you're like, oh, you don't really make videos where you're, you know, playing against other people anymore. What happened? That was your first kill, and you're trying that hard. That's a prime example of why I don't play this game that much anymore. It's also a skill issue. You know, you can just say that I'm just terrible. I guess it's way too much to try to get good at a game like this anymore. And then you have, like, you know, slide canceling and fucking COD, and no one wants to deal with that shit. Games are one thing, but making content for other people to watch is, you know, it's a complete another. I don't exactly know where I'm going with what I'm trying to say, but just know that I do like making videos for you guys. If you like hear me and you're like, hey, I like hearing my boy. He's, you know, he's this different person. He's not what this creator's like or this creator's like. He's himself. You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate if you're here sticking around because you're like, I like watching you because you're something different. Respect, man. Honestly, I remember there was a time where I had seen, I forgot who exactly it was. It could have been like FaZe Jev or something. I don't know, but it could have been from a podcast, and it was like the creator or person was talking about, it was like, if you're going to be making YouTube videos, I guess the question more or less was like, he was like, why am I making YouTube videos? And he was like, well, I want to make content that people aren't, like, make something that I want to see, make the content that other people aren't making. You know, everyone's making montages for Fortnite, and someone goes like, well, I want to make a funny montage or a fun-tage, whatever, you know, I don't fucking care. Like certain things like that. It's kind of like you take an idea and you make it your own. And I feel like that's completely okay. And even if it, you know, it comes to a thing where someone steals your idea, you kind of just go to this point where you're like, hey, I gave them, or I may have given them that idea. Maybe they came up with it on their own, but it's kind of unique or like crazy that we came up with the similar thing, you know? No, but sometimes you just need to look at it in a different light. I like the idea of having a community, you know, making a Discord or something like that. I really just cannot bring myself to want to try to make one or look up like a format or get my own. I remember there was one that I had a while back because like I won, it was so weird. I was in a server or something like that, and I won this, like, basically I won the server. So someone had it pre-set up and then everyone joined and then they left. So when someone leaves, they like make someone else the leader, which was me, and then I was the only person in there, so I just had this server. I eventually deleted it. I don't know. I actually know what I fucking did with it. I remember I've had a few in the past and I deleted them as well. Sometimes you go through this stage of you want all these nice things and then you kind of want to go back to ground zero. You want to get all these amazing things, and then it's kind of like, you know, you're wanting all these awesome texture packs on Minecraft, and then you eventually want to use the classic texture pack because you're like, this is what I like. Like, this is me. Like, this is what I'm used to. This is what makes me feel at home. And that's something for me that I, like, in a way, I would like to give for the people who watch. I would like to make them feel like, you know, it's not something where they're like, holy shit, so many things are happening at once. And, you know, some videos may appear like that, and I don't exactly know what I want to do with videos. That sometimes to make a video do well, you have to kind of sell that bit of like it going from your style to a specific style, which is, you know, for a maximum, you kind of have to do the Mr. Beast thing where shit's happening like every 20 seconds. That's kind of the idea. I don't exactly want to do that, but videos will do well with that. Take that as you will. You're going to hear that like 80 times. Knowing that there are people out there that care, it makes me want to make more content for you guys. I hope that middle ground is set. I hope that, you know, give and take is there. You know, you guys, I give this, you guys take that, and, you know, I take this, you guys give that. It works both ways. I think that'll do it. I don't even know if I start off the video by saying, hey, howdy, how's it going? Sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I forget to. Depending on when you're watching this, hope you have a great week, weekday, weekend, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever. It could be the month, middle of a month, it could be the year, end of the year, it could be the next year. It could be some random day. It could be on Sunday. You could be just getting out of church. Either way, I hope you have a nice day, or, any of what I've listed off as examples. And I'll see you. Hope you have a good one. Peace.